Terra does feel good here, for sure. I think I heavily favor the Honda Odyssey draft. I'm just concerned that you're going to have blinks, one, if not two, to really close gap and get on this Thoth. If this Thoth positions really well, it's going to be hard for Dubu's roster to get on top of them and deal with it. All right. Game number 1. Take a peek at relics. So there's the Blake Fifth colon. I'm not surprised by this. Like I said, they have to find a way to close gap, get on top of this Thoth. And it looks like the Thoth's already used one of the ones, so only having 2 up. Oh, I gotta lie. I guess that's just a visual bug. Shot all 3. And a heavily horrific in Aegis for this Thoth instead of the beads. He is going to have to position, like I said, going back to the original comment, like spectacularly, because he doesn't have beads. If this Colin gets a blink knock up, if this LaFay is able to get a cast for CC on top of him, anything, this Thoth is going to be in a world of hurt. And just in a bad situation altogether. Terra gets caught on the root. Passive doing wonders there against the Kakolin. Erlong was trying to get a little poke on this LaFay. LaFay pops Horn Shard. Trying to cast on this Thoth just a little bit. And a big cast here with the root into the LaFay 1. Thoth exceptionally poked out. Erlong being thrown into the pit. Blue secured by Thoth dash. How does this fight look after Erlong Shen gets dash caught, forced to Heavenly? Are they able to get away? Good pin to catch the Atlas dash. So purple in favor of Honda Odyssey. Just a really good secure there by the Thoth. Minis getting stolen. Instead, even based off that. So they lose purple, grab, steal the minis. Erlong Shen trying to get away from Meteor before it lands. Johnson down, red spawn. And Atlas ultimately gets caught by the Terra Thothal and eviscerates him. I did not expect the Thothal to chunk that much on full charge. But Thoth OP? How we doing, Broad? Red pulled here by Honda Odyssey. So first blood and both neutral buffs. There's the little bit of lead starting to accrue. Should we back up, get some T2s underway. This Thoth is going to decide. It's going to be the make or break in this game 1 for Honda Odyssey. And an invade starting here. Do they get it secured? They do. But how does that fight look after again? Thoth getting poked out, but Erlong on the other side. A nice double root by the Colin for the LaFay over blue wall to hit 2 tickets of that alt and secure a revenge kill back. Is what working now, Kashi? It's a really good cast. I'm a little surprised the LaFay was able to catch that Erlong Shen and pick that kill, but just enough with that range. Oh, no, I'm watching a different set, Kashi. You're spectating through Smite for Kershaw. so I can watch that after. That's a different set directly after this one. So I'm watching one set live, you're watching the other one. So I can watch that set, Krishoa's set, directly after this. Sorry for the miscommunication. Rat Squid, easy win. A nice 9 turns blessing from the Erlang Shen into Thothoth. The Thothoth doesn't connect. Now I'm concerned about the damage. The Thoth not having beads. Kukulkan's on top of him. LeFay hits the 3 to the 1. Should be enough for this Kukulkan to rage out and kill this Thoth. Just like I said, that little bit of range, punish. Thoth missing alt, dashes in, trying to get that kill. Unfortunately, overextending himself. I'm going to ping over here. This Erlang Shen taking a 2v1. Is it enough, though? LeFay alting across. Should ultimately result in him getting out, but the Kukulkan recollapsing back. And a double. A nice little shift in that momentum. You had a lead for Honda Odyssey here. Drops 1 kill, drops the second. Lead completely shifts in Dubu's favor. Completely based off of 1 missed ult from the Thoth. Because he's forced to then dash in and try to secure it. Cost him the mispositioning. And they're trying their very best to fight it back inwards. Trying to recover that lead that they lost. Red spawned. LeFay just passing in. Kukulkan here alone. Thothoth not able to find it. I love how aggressive this Thoth's getting, but is it punishing? It is. So 1 for 1. A possible 2 for 1 here if this LeFay is able to find that cast. And they are. That is a 3-0 LeFay, and the last thing you want to see in a possible T1 dropping here away from Honda Odyssey. This lead is starting to pick up. I'm a little concerned. Like these spikes, these brawls, they're back and forth. Honda Odyssey are expending a lot to get a pick, and then immediately, because of everything they utilize to get that tank pick, a Thoth dash in, the dashes, etc., immediately putting them out of position and getting costed for it. The wave. They went for minis, wave goes under. A little bit of XP missed out on. A little surprised by that. You already have the thieves. You got a prophetic cloak for this Atlas. Trying to start stacking that up. Book of Thoth for LeFay. I'm wondering what is this gonna be, a flat pen, like a desolation here for this Thoth, trying to get that cooldown and range damage. It is wrong, Warwick. You need to be a minute or 2 in. You're good. Dubu in the driver's seat, going for purple here. It's not a massive lead, just about 1,000 gold and 3k experience. But already doing a fair amount. It looks like the Terra was the focus there. Unable to catch her dashes and an Atlas ult expended. Gonna back up here, look for Johnson. They already did the purple buff. Big portion I'm looking at is this second relics here for Dubu against Honda Odyssey. Grab some wards, possibly look for some bull pressure. There is no hurry here. But you got to be a little concerned when this Thoth does get the itemization, what this is going to look like. Little percent pen, Soul Reaver getting online late. Red buff spawned and pulled. Only 2 members, both tanks. We're starting to show face. Most neutral buffs already being given over and uncontested from Honda Odyssey. I would like to point out, both these teams are currently undefeated. 10 points, they're both 2-0, and won their 2 previous sets 2-0, meaning they have 10 points both to their name. And already a little interesting adjustment in drafts going for this mage double frontline versus an ADC, etc. So I'm interested to see how that actually plays out in this full set. Is there going to be adjustments in game number 2, if any, for the losing team? And obviously the mental preparation, knowing that you have a lot on the line for seeding when you're both battling to get as close to the top as possible here. Johnson being the target. It's a decent, we talked about ward pressure. They have these second relics. You got these 2 reg wards here prepped for bull. So they can kind of look for a zone. LaFay's not going to have a ton of great burn for bull. She's going to be able to do a fair amount of damage, but you got to be conscious. She's going to take a fair amount of damage back from it. Kukulkan trying to create some separation. Terra drops ult. They're looking for this Kukulkan. The 9 turns blessing into the Thoth ult. The Thoth switches targets and chunks the LaFay backwards. But is that going to play a massive part here? LaFay has Bedagus, no blink on her. Nice little fear into a double root from Kukulkan. The damage comes through, and they're able to turn it from range. LaFay says, I might not have Thoth range, but I will definitely put himself in position to make sure he's able to pick up that kill based off Kukulkan's CC. It's a really big, slight adjustment there by Dubu. Honestly, a really good Thoth connecting to LaFay to try to give them a shot of winning that 2v3 with only the tanks. Unfortunately for them, LaFay able to find an angle to still pick up 1. Bull's being pulled. Already a quarter HP. Kukulkan is raging, jumping on top of the Thoth. Kukulkan is messing with his Erlong Shen. The Dubu roster able to secure Bull. I'm not really sure why we expend the Terra. Like, Thoth obviously forced to back off. 1v1 for the Erlong Shen against Kukulkan. It was an attempt at a steal. Unfortunately, just not enough here for Terra to find it. And an ultimate expended. Terra ult's a big portion of them being able to fight back into this double front line. There's the Atlas ult. Terra's going to be the target. Her passive making it harder for Atlas to find the value. Thoth ult dropped. Does the Atlas go down? Kukulkan finds a nice double knock-up off of his ult. Erlong's got to be careful. The dash gets caught. The pin for both tanks, but does the damage come through? It does. 2 members of Honda Odyssey down. The Bull in their favor. I'm concerned this could be an end. 18 seconds for at least one of the tanks to come up. Thoth's here alone. Does he have the damage? Doesn't have the relics. And is able to get picked. 6 seconds on Terra to spawn. If not an end, a massive amount of damage here. Should be game. Tara is going to do her very best to try to buy a little bit more time for her team. Beads expended. They're calling the all-in. And a GG for game number 1. Dubu taking it home. One-oh. A lot of the CC setup here, like this guy finds so much more utility than just range damage, especially these 2 tanks. I wouldn't be surprised if we see an adjustment to an ADC to deal with this beefiness, because these are beefy tanks. Like look at how much he's able. Game. Oh, we didn't put low spectate delay. Oh, we did. Oh, I got baited. The bait. Again, like I stated a little bit ago, this is a 2 teams that were undefeated going into the set. A fair amount on the line as far as tournament seeding, getting prepped for playoffs, what this is going to look like. I like the adjustment behind Odyssey, but will it be enough? Is this Colon Cthulhu, if they're given a lead, this X-Ball is not going to be able to play the game or get to itemization in any way, shape, or form to fight back into it. But I love this Cthulhu pick last. It is a little cheeky. This god, especially after Tuesday, I genuinely do think it will be a resurgence in this pick with the healthy changes that are being made to that kit in general. Are we doing West US? I'm seeing that, right? The X-Ball. No starter going into T2. A little interesting. Not what I would have expected. I don't know. Is that going to be... I'm assuming that's an Aussie? Look at that range. Like, this area control, the LaFay one with Cthulhu cast is 90% of the lane. This X-Ball is not going to be able to stand anywhere near wave without getting chunked. Look at that area. Some would say that's a little absurd. Honda Odyssey are actually able to secure the purple buff, but how does this look after? Horrific for Heavenly. I'm assuming this will go to minis. This is a similar thing we saw in game number 1. Thoth got really poked out. They were able to secure the purple stepping in, but are they getting overly poked for this wave into red? I'm a little concerned. Level 5. Amaterasu's closer to it, but this X-Ball loses out in that wave. Is he going to be close enough to level 5? I don't think he hits 5 off this. He's going to be going into red fight without his 5. And he's short. Because of that back where he was unhealthy, overly poked, he's not going to be level 5. Everyone besides this X-Ball having it. Kakolan raging out. This X-Ball's got to be careful. Cthulhu double ult. Amaterasu's the target. Dropping for first blood and a possible second with this Kabrakan. Is the damage? There it is. The knock-up. This Dubu roster is on a terror right now. An absolute menacing comp that they're running it down on Honda Odyssey. I'm concerned you're giving this double frontline a lead. They're going to get items, and this X-Ball is not going to be able to chunk them down, combat it at all, and even step up without getting chunked and losing that trade. So that was 2 kills, red buff for Dubu. Minis pulled. They're trying to find a little bit back into it. And the guide's only going to be better after Tuesday, hope. Purple spawning shortly. X-Ball sent back. This is an Exy into Death Toll. I love this. Again, area control, cutting off any pathing in with the LaFay one for the slow. Good, Colin's wrapping. Gets a triple alt as the damage there. We hit 1. The third just out of range. The Bracken ults LaFay. Beads are forced. Do they have the damage? Unfortunately, not able to. But Dubu has the damage for the Amaterasu. The X-Ball not healthy enough to step up to cast off the Bracken ult and getting the beads left to LaFay. Unfortunately, devastating for this Honda Odyssey roster. This is not the lead you want to see on a double tank starting sub 5 minutes. LaFay backing. Red's up. This could... Oh, LaFay held back. Amaterasu pulls red. Bracken has got to be careful. You're the target. And more than enough damage. Based off the Amaterasu grabbing minis off red. Not able to secure red in the meantime. So 1 goes down. And it should surely be red buff. Kokolan gets the blink off. Forces the Aegis and able to secure the kill. He's about to rage too. I don't know if this Amaterasu has enough damage. They're steamrolling this right now. Amaterasu doing her very best to kite just to survive. Unfortunately, this Cthulhu, what a bait. I actually thought that was going to be a death, but able to survive, gets the shell off, and actually returns a kill based off them going for this Cthulhu. LaFay able to pick yet another, an 0-6. Honda Odyssey have Mount Rushmore to climb. I'm really not sure, like, what your way back into this is. Red hasn't been... So red is still up. Should go to Honda Odyssey here. Like, usually you have to get farm. This ADC has to get a build. I'm assuming that's going to be a dominance. He's going to have to get Kins. Like, you still need 2, if not 3 more items before they find a way to fight back into this double front line. I wish I could say I'm concerned. I'm more than concerned at this point. Bracken trying to trap this Colin under. Unfortunately, he's the one trapped under his own tower with LaFay Cthulhu knocking on T1. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't know how you fight back in at this point. This is a 3,200 gold lead at 7 minutes. doing, Pit? Hi, Terry. You have Xyz going for Dom. You have Shogun's online. I'm assuming Amaterasu's going into either an Xe or a Kins. I'm just worried, like, this Lefay. It is... Look at the damage numbers here where I can combine 2 for 1. It's going to be a Midgard for this Kakolin. Midgard or Mystical. Either one of them is a good choice. You can almost do no wrong. Gabrakan does have ult, but not feeling confident enough that they could kill that Cthulhu. That's one of those moments where you need to find a pick there. But I'm not sure they have the itemization to even pick it, even if they locked it down. Watch it like you gotta watch it not in Discord, on in game, Terry. Spectate it in game. You're good. There's the ult. Cthulhu now has ult versus what they had the opportunity around blue when he didn't have ult. They might have been able to kill it. Unfortunately, now not going to be able to. The Kakolin rages, has ult. This X-Ball is certainly dead. Not able to get away from this double frontline, more specifically this Kakolin. That is itemization is going to feel miserable. He gets his Mystical or Midgard. I don't know. I don't know how you fight back in. It's going to be pathing toward Bull here with this Lefay and Cthulhu. A level 13 to a level 10 X-Ball. This is a 2.5, if not full 3 level difference here for Dubu into Honda Odyssey. These two have been on Bull this whole time, while Kakolin is taking a 2v1, and he looks like the healthier of the two. I'm not really thrilled by this. Whoops. The Amaterasu is able to clear wave. She's been clearing it and trying to get itemization, but in that process, you're zoning your other two teammates from it. You're keeping a wave away from Dubu to be able to push. I'm gonna be honest though, I don't know if they need the wave at this point. They're able to slowly tick this down and gonna be almost certainly able to attack Titan with the health bars with this Cthulhu Kakolin. Shell used. Do they have the damage? That is only one ultimate from Dubu. There is still an ability to get back in this game. This Amaterasu, based off of clearing those wave alone, has a little bit of something able to work off of. This is a T1 she's fighting into. Heavenly is expended. She's here alone. She's in a weird spot. And almost certainly death here for the Amaterasu. An extension. Unfortunately, just too much. Kakolin. He is not taking any damage from this X-Ball. Lefay able to kite up behind. Items just not there. The Kakolin, just an absolute raid monster. It's 1,700 damage. Almost can do no wrong. Bracken trying to find as much time for his teammates to spawn as possible. Knows he's staggering death timers, but doesn't really have a better option. There's the mystical going in to Pridwin. Pridwin.
This goes a long way. What I needed.
This is one of those moments. This is a feels bad. If the X-Ball never gets to Kins or any itemization, there's really nothing you can do. The damage just not there. She's wrapping, doing the same thing she did earlier. Just going up, clearing these fire waves. Now what I'm wondering, does Cthulhu have the ability to really pick this Amaterasu? Amaterasu used ult to clear that wave off Cthulhu cast. I'm concerned this X-Ball isn't going to have the chance to live. Good Kabrakan ult, buy some separation. Aegis expended by this X-Ball to make sure he didn't go down to Lefay ult. They're chunking this. The X-Ball blinked. I'm reading this right. That's a blink. Blinks in the Midgard. Midgard's gonna do numbers, causing this X-Ball the loss of attack speed and movement speed to deal into this double front. I'm concerned this trade's just not gonna be there. I'm also trying to fight this Lefay into a fire wave, getting chunked down. Bird spawn. Lefay gets chunked up by the bird. They have an opportunity here. There's a window. They can find a kill. It's possible to find a kill and try to recover a little bit. Unfortunately, off of the damage because this could call in Lefay, X-Ball goes down without Aegis. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm not really sure in this position. There is a way back in for Honda Odyssey. The mentals, it's going to come down to a mistake off Dubu, an overextension possibly. But Amaterasu gets picked in Red Pit. I mean, yeah. But you know how hard it is to find a double shutdown for this X-Ball? He's fighting into a Midgard. Look at the Fizdie here. There's your issue right there. You know, Relics. He's literally turning to auto. He cannot turn to auto. You can never turn to auto. You never make it out because the Colin has blink. They had Heavenly still. This chase down. This is his game. You can never step out and try to take that fight. That attacks the movement speed slow. You don't have dash or relics. He's just dead. 100% dead. And that's just the unfortunate part, but a GG, a 2-0 here for Dubu over Honda Odyssey. Oh. Yeah, Midgard feels wonderful. They're just scaling. Dev, I know. It was a scaling. Let me pull this up. I know, right? That is a rough situation to be in. All right, into our other set. Let me pull this up.